Hi, everybody. I am Lance Smith, and I am the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland in real life. Okay, so I have recently told everybody that the story Alice in Wonderland is a story that we never want brought to in real life, and I'm going to share everything that I know about this book, Alice in Wonderland, in this video and why we never want this book brought to life in reality. Okay, so to get your guys' attention fully, I'm going to put some White Rabbit clown paint on, and then I'm going to explain the meaning of the White Rabbit and why we never want the book Alice in Wonderland brought to real life. So let's quickly put some clown paint on. I'm going to shut this video off after 2 hours. So let's try to put the clown paint on quickly. Alright. Like I said, I'm trying to get this done quickly. Let's see what I can come up with. Okay. White Rabbit clown paint. What can I come up with? How should I do the eyes? That'll work. As long as it doesn't get in my eyes, okay? I definitely know I need a skull crack right here because I had a cracked skull. That's perfect, okay. Alright, what should I go with right now? Should I go sly? Should I go crooked? Not sad right now. Sly, crooked. Sly or crooked? I think I'm gonna go sly right now. I was gonna do... Yeah, when I do sly, I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna do something crooked right now. Okay. Had a shattered nose. Okay. I've had, what's it called? MRSA on the neck. And, I've been whipped in the neck before. Alright, I'm the White Rabbit. This is White Rabbit clown paint. Let me go wipe my hands off, and I'm going to explain to you guys why we never want this story brought to life. Just a sec. Okay. So I've got my White Rabbit clown paint on, and because I have clown paint on, I bet I got all of your guys' attention, and because I have clown paint on, you guys are all listening real closely. Okay. So I'm the White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. And I bet many of you have said, yeah, that is the White Rabbit, and he does nothing but run in circles, and he's completely lost. Okay, let me get this let me get this simple concept out of the way real quick to show all of you how stupid you actually all are. Okay, so the White Rabbit, do you guys know who Alice is to the White Rabbit? Has anybody made the connection there? Okay. You guys have all seen those Twilight vampire movies, right? Where the movie is on the vampire named Edward and his girl named Bella. Actually, in that movie, there's a vampire girl named Alice. And Alice's boy vampire is Jasper. Hi, everybody, I'm Jasper. Did none of you make that connection? I really am Jasper, the vampire, in real life. And Alice is my girl. And you guys are all telling everybody that Jasper is a rabbit that runs in circles and is lost. Again, I said I'm going to make all of you feel extremely stupid. If it hasn't already sunk in already. So a lot, people were giving props to the guy who acted as Jasper in all of those other actors, and all of you actors get props for acting stuff. I happen to be Jasper, the vampire, in real life, okay? Now listen. Many of you are familiar with a book called the Bible, okay? Now, Eve was Adam's rib bone, okay? Adam was a man that lived for 1,000 years. He wasn't even an angel, okay? Adam and Eve lived together for 1,000 years and they died together, okay? So, another word for angel is vampire, okay? So, Adam isn't the only person that had a rib bone, okay? I'm Jasper, the vampire, and Alice is my rib bone, okay? And there's a bunch of you out there who's saying the White Rabbit is lost and stupid and mad. Okay. Look, it's more fun to bring the Twilight movie to life. Then this is the last book that wants to be brought to life ever, okay? And there's signs that this book has been brought to life. It means all the leaders that should be working with me right now, because of their own mistakes, rather than accepting their own mistakes, because of their own mistakes, they have gone mad. So in their madness, they have tried to drive their own companies mad and me mad. Okay? So leaders that should be working with me right now are trying to make me mad, and they're making their own companies mad. Out of every fictional story written in existence, Alice in Wonderland is the last story that we want brought to life, and it has been brought to life. I am Jasper, the vampire, and Alice is my rib bone. And you guys are all trying to drive the White Rabbit mad. You're telling everybody the White Rabbit is lost. The White Rabbit is this, the White Rabbit is that. Okay, the White Rabbit is Jasper the vampire. Now let's talk about, so who's the father of all the, so the Twilight Vampire series, the idea was the most powerful vampires, they help mankind. And the father of all the vampires, was Carlisle and his wife Esme. The most beautiful vampire was Edward and his wife Bella. And then everybody likes Alice, and nobody ever thought about who Jasper even is. Okay. It would be a lot more fun to bring the Twilight saga to life than Alice in Wonderland. Okay. That means you lit my fire. Okay. Who is Jasper anyways? So, let's talk about something that happened to me about 5 years ago. Okay? So this is going to tie to the body of vampires, the powerful vampires that help mankind. Okay, about 5 years ago. About 5 years ago, I had spent about 10 years dealing with criminal judges and psychiatrists. Okay, and being framed as something that I'm not. I was living in a dirt cheap apartment in the ghetto, and I was walking to a gas station, and in a small street, I kid you guys not, the mystery van from the Scooby-Doo cartoon drove slowly past me. Okay? In real life. So most people have seen the Scooby-Doo cartoons where Shaggy and Velma and Daphne and Scooby-Doo and Freddy and sometimes Scrappy-Doo, they get into this van that's painted all colorful with flowers and stuff on it, and they go and solve mysteries to help different cities and towns, okay? That mystery van in real life, real size, drove past me, and I got extremely excited. I thought to myself, the mystery team is here to save me from the criminal psychiatrist and criminal judge. 2 weeks later, and keep in mind, I had told people I had been telling people, for 10 years I had told people, I can relate to Shaggy, I can relate to I have related to Fred, I have related to Scooby-Doo. I can definitely relate to Scrappy. There was a time where I really thought I was Shaggy, and then there was a time that I knew that I was Scrappy-Doo. Okay? So by the time I knew I was Scrappy-Doo, all of a sudden the mystery van drives past me, and I am so excited. Okay? They don't stop, but they drove past me. And I know they saw me. So I thought to myself, the mystery team is doing all they can to help me, and I'm thinking to myself, any day they're going to pull up in a car or they're going to call me on the phone or something. But 2 weeks after I saw the mystery van, the SWAT team pulled up to my apartment. They threw grenades at me. They blew holes in my windows with sandbags, and they beat my window down with a bat that had spikes in it. And I was forced to step outside, where I saw 2 SWAT vans and about 20 SWAT officers pointing high-powered rifles at my head. The mystery team is in trouble with Scrappy-Doo and everyone in America. Because I'm Scrappy-Doo, I was supposed to be working with the mystery team, not the mystery team getting mad and trying to get Scrappy-Doo beat up or killed. So get a load of this. Scrappy-Doo is Jasper. Shaggy Rogers is Carlisle. And Daphne is Shaggy's rib bone. And Daphne is Esme. Keep listening very closely, everybody. You guys, there's that Shinedown song where the singer says, you guys expect me, you guys keep going on about your self-fulfilling prophecies. Okay? Yeah, your self-fulfilling prophecies. All of them are incorrect right now. Yeah. And then he sings, I created the sound of madness. I wrote the book on pain. Okay. But somehow I'm still here to this day to explain that the darkest hour doesn't come in the night. You can sleep with a gun, but when are you going to wake up and fight? Okay. Okay. So let's talk about Shaggy, Daphne, and Scrappy for a sec, okay? So Scrappy-Doo is Jasper the vampire, and Shaggy is Carlisle. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Oh yeah, Shaggy's in a shitload of trouble. Okay. Because you guys have acted like I've never got the picture. So where should I go from here? I need all Gothic people to pay special attention. I should have said something Gothic right from the beginning. Okay, I'm Gothic. Okay, and I shouldn't be Gothic, in a sense. Okay, so all Gothic people need to listen real carefully. Okay. So let's see here. Let's talk about high school cliques. Do you guys know what high school clique I am the leader of? Well, of course, my clique, but I'm actually the leader of 2 high school cliques right now because of how bad Shaggy screwed up. Okay. There's this high school clique. Okay. In high school, let's say you don't want to be in a clique. That is a clique in itself. Okay? It's called Floater. I am the leader of the Floaters. Okay? Have you guys ever heard of initiation? Okay? Not wanting to be in a clique means you don't want to go through any initiation. And I'm the leader of the Floaters, and I absolutely agree. I am against all initiation that exists everywhere. I'm the leader of the Floaters. Okay? So if you want to be a floater, you aren't going to go through any initiation. Now, the problem with being a floater, okay, is if you tell people I don't want to be part of a clique and I don't want to go through any initiation, there's cliques that may still put you through initiation. So if you decide to be in the floater clique, you're either A, gonna go through no initiation, B, you're gonna go through more initiation than anybody, or C, you're going to go through initiation somewhere in between. But as a floater, if you go through initiation, it's never from your own clique. I am the leader of the Floaters, and I will never put you through any initiation. 0. Initiation is the dumbest shit that I have ever heard of. So, I mean, the idea is if you're hanging out with a group of friends and they say, if you want to hang out with us, you have to go through this initiation. Me, Lance, I would tell the people, well, that is dumb. I'm going to leave. The problem is when they say, well, you're not allowed to leave. Me being Lance, I always say, yes, I am. Okay. When you tell me that, it's fighting words, and I will fight anybody out of a situation like that. Okay, not everybody is as strong as Lance. In fact, nobody is as strong as Lance. I am the leader of the Floaters. I expect everybody to go through. I expect no initiation from anyone, ever. Okay, initiation is the dumbest shit there is. I am Jasper the vampire, helping mankind. Now, I actually don't, I have always had this attitude in life, so I still know nothing about high school cliques or initiation. I just know that I'm the leader of the Floaters, and I expect no initiation from anybody. Yeah, I still don't know anything about initiation. I just know that I had a really painful, messed up life. And to this day, I expect to put everybody through nothing. Look, as a floater, we all agree to share and follow the same rules of society. Yeah, we after that, we want guidance from each other to live a good life. So yeah, we all agree to obey, as a floaters, we agree to obey rules of society and school, and to help guide each other to a good life. Pretty simple concept, right? I don't know what all the other cliques in high school are about. So if we're all floaters, you can be anything you want. You can be a jock or a nerd or a gothic or a punk. Just agree to not put each other through anything. See, I'm the leader of the floaters. I'm Captain No Clique, and all cliques are stupid. And I told you guys I'm the leader of 2 cliques right now, but I should just be the leader of the floaters. Right now, I am also the leader of the gothic people. Many gothic people probably think this is really funny. I don't think it is funny, but a lot of gothic people probably think this is. The most scary, satanic, strongest gothic people don't think this is funny, but everybody else probably does. So right now, I'm supposed to be the leader of the floaters, but I'm actually the leader of the floaters and the gothic people. I'm very upset about it. When it comes to high school cliques and initiation, I know nothing about high school cliques and initiation. I am guessing that the 2 cliques that put you through the most initiation are probably going to be, I am just guessing. I could be 100% incorrect, but the clique that puts you through the most initiation is probably the gothic clique. And then second is going to be the jock clique. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say the jock clique puts you through the most initiation, and the gothic people probably put you through the worst initiation. I'm just guessing. So I feel like the 2 problems with initiations and cliques is probably jock people and gothic people. But I do not know. I have been against cliques my entire life. I have always told people I am not in a clique and I will never be in a clique. And I am now the leader of my clique, which is the clique that believes in no cliques. And I am the leader of the gothic people. Why is this? Here. So Scrappy-Doo, most people have seen the Scooby-Doo cartoon. So Scrappy-Doo is the leader of the floater clique. Okay, Shaggy Rogers is the leader of the gothic clique. Okay? So, look. So again, I am Jasper, my rib bone is Alice. Okay, Shaggy is Carlisle, and his rib bone is Esme. So, yes, so Shaggy's rib bone is Daphne. So Daphne, the pretty one from the Scooby-Doo cartoon, she is the girl leader of the gothic clique. And right now, Shaggy and Daphne are not the leader of the gothic clique. I am the leader of the gothic clique because I know gothic people are cool. I just don't know if they have some kind of secret initiation. If there is, they put me through all of it and then some. and then some more to make me the leader. So everyone's into stupid drama, right? So Shaggy and Daphne put Scrappy-Doo through so much unnecessary initiation that I'm now their leader. And I'm actually against every form of initiation there is. Again, if you want to be a floater, you're either going to go through zero initiation, more initiation than anybody, or somewhere in between. If you go through any stupid, scary initiation, it was never from your own clique. In our clique, we agree to obey rules of society and school and help each other out. After that, we want guidance from each other to live a good life. So, I mean, everyone should be a floater in life. But there's problems in life, like high school cliques and the mystery team sending the SWAT team at Scrappy-Doo the puppy. It's interesting. So 15 years ago, I got a severe concussion. That's what created this little piece of clown paint. And I should have been given medical help, but I was sent to a psychiatrist. Okay, so after spending 15 years in psychiatry, I could be wrong, but I believe most people that work for psychiatry and psychology, yeah, I believe most people that work for psychiatry are Gothic or become Gothic. And the reason is when people go in for mental help, when you're talking to a psychiatrist, people often like to talk about what they are nervous about or what they're afraid of mentally is the word Satan and burning in hell after you die. Okay? So psychiatrists have to listen to this a lot. And if you have to listen to this a lot, you might find yourself becoming satanic and Gothic because you constantly have to listen to what's mentally going on people's minds, and they like to talk about Satan, burning in hell, violence, wanting to kill people, wanting to kill themselves, wanting to kill people, how they want to kill people, cutting throats, and slicing people up. So if you have to listen to this a lot, I think psychiatrists often might become satanic and Gothic. So, I mean, I'm putting the puzzle together to my own story. And, you know, for 10 years I've been trying to get help from people. And I've done a bunch of epic things to get help. And then the Scooby-Doo mystery van drives past me. And I'm like, okay, I'm saved. And then the SWAT team shows up and I get sent back to the mental hospital. And I'm asking myself, you know, I'm wondering, okay, I am deeply wondering, is Shaggy Rogers my psychiatrist? Okay, is Carlisle my psychiatrist? And is his rib bone Esme my psychiatrist? And are those two behind me getting injected with thousands of Zyprexa needles? Now listen, okay? I am the White Rabbit. I am Jasper the Vampire. Okay, so look. Very last fictional story that we want brought to life is Alice in Wonderland. Okay? It would have been a lot more fun to bring the Twilight Saga to life. Do you know what would have been more fun to bring to life rather than the Twilight Saga? Just being ourselves. You know, I shouldn't have to turn into the White Rabbit. And I have a special Alice in Wonderland name that I have for myself. That, what would you say, scare ya or drive you mad? I don't know how to explain it just yet, but I do have an Alice in Wonderland name. You know, I might start out with I'm the White Rabbit. You know, I'm a psychiatric satanic clown. Okay. Anyways, yes. The first fictional story we should have brought to life to help mankind is be ourselves. After that, we could have gone with some more princess story or angel story or fairy fictional story. I don't really know, but you go through all of them, and eventually, I mean, to be honest with you, trying to think. Yeah, I think it would have been better to bring the Twilight Vampire saga to real life rather than the Batman characters. The Batman characters suck. I mean, they are kind of cool, but they do suck in a sense. Okay, so get a load of this. Psychiatry. Okay, so Shaggy Rogers is the Joker. Daphne is Harley Quinn. So Carlisle is the Joker. Okay, and Esme is Harley Quinn. Okay, Edward the vampire is the Riddler, and Bella is Catwoman. Okay, if you want to play, and who the hell is Jasper in those Batman characters? Okay, well I'm Red Hood, the Batman villain, and my girl is Zatanna, and I can turn into Jigsaw Puzzle, and my girl turns into Katana. Okay, it would have been more fun to do that. It would have been more fun to do the Twilight vampire story in real life than the Batman characters. The Batman characters, they're kind of cool, but they kind of suck and are scary. Okay, it would have been better to bring the Batman characters to life than Alice in Wonderland. Okay, because what has happened now is you guys turned. I'm supposed to be the leader of the floaters, but you guys tried to drive me and your own company so mad that I'm stuck. Okay, being the leader of the Gothic people and the floaters. Okay, so everybody likes messed up, dramatic shit, right? Okay. I went through so much stupid bullshit that I'm stuck being the leader of 2 cliques, and all the scariest satanic Gothic people out there, okay, don't have shit on me as a Gothic person, and I'm not actually Gothic, okay, but I am Gothic. I'm the leader of the Gothic people. Because, the people that are supposed to be working with me, they put me through unnecessary initiation. So, where am I going from this? Again, I'm trying to put the puzzle together to my own life, and it's like I'm seeing what's happened. Again, I'll state it again. Our leaders in life made mistakes that made themselves mad. Okay? And rather than accepting those mistakes and accepting, what's the word I'm looking for? They made mistakes that made themselves mad, and rather than taking small punishments for their own mistakes, they have told everybody that getting mad is part of life, and if we drive you all mad, it will make life better. This isn't true, so all the leaders that are supposed to be working with me have gone delusional, okay, telling everybody that being mad makes life better. Okay, no, mad, you guys, mad is not a fun part of life at all, okay? Think about it. Like, okay, here we are in life. Our grocery stores are filled with food. You know what? It's, let's all get mad together, okay, to make life better. So, let's just eat plain oatmeal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 12 months, okay? If we do this, we're all going to get really mad together. And then when we start eating delivery pizza and Chinese food and breakfast cereal again, okay, we're all going to be happier about life because we drove each other mad eating plain oatmeal for 12 months. Okay, so that's what the leaders have just told everybody for the last 15 years. Yes, let's all get extremely mad because it makes fun and life better. Okay, you all went delusional because of your own mistakes and making yourselves mad. Okay, so the characters in this book, I know everything about this book, and I said I was going to give everything away. I'm not going to give everything away right now, but I'm going to give some things away. Someday I'll really be able to make people laugh extremely hard with this book. I'm not going to do it right now because I'm putting my own life together. Let's see here, but I do know this. So I told you guys, let's see here. So I'm Jasper, and Jasper is Scrappy-Doo, and Jasper is the White Rabbit. Okay? Let's see here. So Carlisle, the father of the vampires, is Shaggy. And Shaggy is the Cheshire Cat. Okay? And then Daphne, Esme, who is Daphne. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay. So, all right, yes. So Jasper is Scrappy-Doo, who is the leader of the Floater Clique, who is the White Rabbit from this book. Okay. Let's see here. So Carlisle, who is the leader of the Gothic Clique, is Shaggy, and Shaggy is the Cheshire Cat. So Carlisle, the leader of the Gothic Clique, is the Cheshire Cat. Now the Queen of Hearts is Daphne, who is Esme, who is Carlisle's rib bone. Okay, so the White Rabbit and Alice are a couple. The Cheshire Cat and the Queen of Hearts are a couple. Okay? Yeah, so the Queen of Hearts is the Cheshire Cat's rib bone. And let's see here. Okay, so, and Bella, yes. Okay, let's see here. Oh, yes. I've told people the Mad Hatter in this book is actually a girl, okay? So Bella, the vampire from the Twilight Saga, is the Mad Hatter. And Edward is the White Knight. Okay? Again, I'm trying to put my life together. Right now, so I mean, if you guys read this book, it says, who are the two main characters? Who would you guys say? Alice is the main character, and the White Rabbit is clearly the second main character. So it's called Alice in Wonderland. It's not called Alice in Mad Land. It's not called Alice and Everybody's Mad in Wonderland. It's called Alice in Wonderland. Okay. But if you read the book, it never says that the White Rabbit is mad. Okay? It never says the White Rabbit is trying to make anybody mad. Okay? If you read the book, there's a bunch of characters that keep trying to make Alice mad. They're just trying to make her mad. Look, yes, the Cheshire Cat. Okay? Carlisle is trying to make Alice mad. Okay, look. The Queen of Hearts, Esme, is trying to make Alice mad. Okay. The Mad Hatter, okay, does all she can to make Alice mad. Okay. The White Knight steps in and tries to drive Alice mad. Okay. The book never says that Alice is mad. The book never says that the White Rabbit is mad. So, I mean, I'm putting the pieces of my life together. Okay, and you guys are all saying, yeah, you know, the White Rabbit is lost and mad, and he's lost, and he's going in circles. I believe you guys have found my rib bone Alice, and you guys are trying to drive her mad to make bad choices in life to make herself even more mad. Okay. I suggest you guys stop trying to make Alice mad, because you guys have already pissed off your own companies. Yes. So if you guys want to stop pissing your own companies off right now, okay, stop trying to make Alice mad. Stop trying to make me mad. Stop trying to make your own companies mad. Stop trying to make people mad ever again. Making people mad is not a part of life. Like, I'm someone who, if I don't know the meaning of the word, I will study the definition of that word until I understand it. So the word mad, okay, a good way to express mad is it's emotional pain, okay? So, if you're barefoot and you step on a goat head, it's not a good feeling at all, okay? The word mad is a lot like stepping on an emotional goat head in your mind, okay? It's not fun to feel mad at all, okay? It feels better to feel sad than it does mad. Sad is emotional pain. Okay, mad is worse than sad. Okay, there's worse feelings than mad, but not too many. And yeah, psychiatrists. I've talked to a lot of psychiatrists. After I had a common hallucination, I needed psychiatric help. But every time I spoke to a psychiatrist, I felt like they were trying to make my brain and my mind mad. And at 15 years later, I had to say, yeah, all of them were just fucking with my head the entire time. Again, I feel like I really don't know what the secrets behind psychiatry and the Gothic clique is, but if psychiatrists and Gothic people have initiation behind them, oh, I fucking disagree 100%. Okay? And even though I disagree with with psychiatric and gothic initiation. Okay. I'm actually the leader of all the gothic people and psychiatrists right now. So, gothic people. I actually like gothic people. Okay, so, yeah, when I was 8 years old, a 12-year-old gothic girl saved me from my childhood abuse for like 4 hours. She was a real angel to me. At age 9, I met a 15-year-old gothic girl that was nothing but an angel to me. I've always thought gothic girls were extremely cool, and having the knowledge that I know now, I'm starting to understand why gothic girls always enjoyed me. Let's see here. I treat people, the others, the way I want to be treated, and I'm looking back now. I believe gothic girls hate to be touched. If you just like pat them on the shoulder or something like that, oh, they hate that more than anyone, and I really like that about them. And then I believe they like someone who does their best to listen to what they actually say. And so when gothic girls talk to me, the way I respond makes them go, "What the hell?" Okay, he actually took in what I said and responded to it. So yeah, just me naturally being a person, gothic girls enjoy me. It's really, really funny because I've never been in a situation where I tried to talk to a gothic girl. They always just all of a sudden appear next to me or in front of me, and they enjoy talking to me for a minute. I kid you not, like 4 months ago, there's a bowling alley that I go to once or twice a week and hang out at the bar. And it was really funny to me. A really cool looking hot gothic girl came in, and I got excited. I've never approached a gothic girl before. So this was the first time that I have approached a gothic girl in my life, and I approached her, and it wasn't the fun, friendly moments that I've always had with gothic girls. So I said, "Wow, you look cool." And she looked at me and she looked away. I was like, okay, she stiff-armed me. And she started talking to everybody again, except for me. And I think I told her again, you really do look cool. She didn't tell me one word. And I was like, "You've got a Beatles shirt on. What's your favorite Beatles song?" "Mine is Oobla Dee Oobla Da." And she kept talking to everybody. And I was like, well, geez, this totally sucked. And she went back to bowling with her friend. I was like, yeah, I guess I understand gothic girls and I don't understand gothic girls. But I believe that's part of being a gothic boy, is understanding the gothic girls. I do understand the floater girls, I tell you what. Better than anybody. I stay loyal to my girl, and I give everybody else guidance. So my clique enjoys me. Yeah, my clique enjoys me just enough if I stay loyal to my girl and give guidance to everybody else. Okay. But I believe gothic girls and boys, men and women, are very, very into psychiatry, and I am extremely good with psychiatry. So because of what I've been through, I know how to help gothic men and gothic boys extremely well. They're very into darkness and satanic stuff. Yeah, they're into, if they're not into Satan, they're definitely into darkness and chains and all that stuff. And I know how to psychiatrically help all of them. I just need to be in a situation where I can reach out to a large amount of them. But yeah, yeah, so, I mean, I'm trying to reach out to my own clique, but I believe I've said enough already to help my own clique. So I need to help the Gothic people more from the position that I'm at. And I believe they're all really upset with their own leader right now, extremely upset. So, yeah, it's kind of like Shaggy put Scrappy-Doo through a bunch of bullshit because Shaggy made some choices that upset himself. So he took it out on Scrappy-Doo, the puppy. What was I gonna say? So, I mean, as the leader of the Floaters, yes, one of my missions in life is to put an end to all initiation. I mean, if you want to be gothic and satanic and dark and filled with chains, I approve. I always thought that kind of artwork was really cool. I definitely love the style, okay? I believe it's really funny. I believe there's some unity in agreeing that a girl who dresses up gothic if a girl who can dress gothic in a cool enough way, it's really, really breathtaking. It's really cool and it's really, really sexy. Which is why I can psychiatrically help girls and boys who are gothic, because I mean they go all out gothic, and it does getting into darkness and satanic things. It can psychologically upset or scare your own mind. So with my own psychiatry, I can take you guys out of that. I can take you out of what you're scared of. I can take you out of what you're upset about. And I can teach you how to get the most out of your own clique, or out of your own story, out of your own choices in life. I can psychiatrically help you. I can give you better mental health with what I've learned in life. And yes, something that people love about me, and this will always be loved about me. It doesn't matter what I've gone through in life, how messed up, okay, how painful, how betrayed, okay. I do my best to make sure that people don't go through the negative things that I went through in life, okay. There will never be any initiation from me ever. Okay, it's kind of like, well, I went through this, so if you want to have this honor in life or this respect, you have to go through this. That'll never come from me. Okay, if you want honor and respect for doing this in life, I'm gonna give it to you if you make good choices in your life for yourself. That's just me. That would be Jasper the Vampire. It's really, really funny. I mean, you have all those characters. Everybody loves Alice. Everybody likes Alice. Doesn't everybody feel the same about Jasper? Come on. But yeah, I mean, regarding that vampire movie, who the hell is Jasper anyways? I mean, the story focuses on the story of Bella, and it goes into the story of Edward quite a bit. And I think the book tries to explain that Edward is the most beautiful vampire there is. And you know what? You know, I'm someone who likes to play along, you know. If everybody isn't planning on betraying me and stabbing me in the back, I enjoy playing along too. So yeah, we we can call Edward the most beautiful vampire, and then like Carlisle can be the strongest vampire, and Jasper can be the coolest vampire. Yeah, Jasper's the coolest vampire. Yeah, Jasper and Alice are the two cool ones. That's Edward and Bella. They're really beautiful. That's like Carlisle and Esme. They're super strong. But anyway, who is Jasper? Okay, so they're the family of vampires that help mankind. Let's see here. I mean, a clever way for me to put it would be Carlisle is the father of all the vampires, but Jasper is actually the boss in the darkness, giving guidance. I mean, it's kind of a neat. I thought of a funny way of putting it was Edward. Though he's 100 years old, he appears to be 19 years old, and Carlisle, though he's 100 years old, he appears to be 18 years old, and though Jasper's 100 years old, he appears to be 17. So the youngest looking vampire happens to be the boss of all of them. That would be Jasper. Look. Yeah. I mean, everyone, you guys think you have everything figured out, and then you run into Jasper and Alice. Okay? I mean, if you're trying to upset Alice, you're jerking at Jasper's chains. Okay? I happen to be stronger and more beautiful than all the vampires. So I mean, if you wanted to get into one of those cage fights with me, okay, look, did you want to try to take down Jasper? Again, Alice is my rib bone, and you guys are trying to tell me there is no such thing as love or true love. Okay, Eve is Adam's rib bone. Alice is Jasper's rib bone. So I mean, every time you're trying to make Alice mad, you're jerking on Jasper's chains. Okay, you're jerking on the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Okay. Yes. So I mean, there's all these fictional characters. I've always kept my spirit very clean and pure, and when I'm reading these fictional stories and watching these movies, there's always this character in the distance that most people don't know a lot about, and people don't pay attention, that I can always relate to. Like Jasper. Okay, they don't say much about Jasper, and he's kind of off in the distance. It's kind of like, well, that's actually the boss. You guys never thought of being that character. What is his story? Everyone's intrigued with the story of Alice, but where did Jasper even come from? Nobody knows anything about him. Again, the last story that we want brought to life is Alice in Wonderland. Okay, we're all trying to live a fun and exciting life. Nobody wants to work, but we all have to work to provide good lives for ourselves. Yes, the last story that we want brought to life for excitement and fun is Alice in effing Wonderland, but you guys managed to do it because I am the White Rabbit. Okay, the leader of the Gothic Clique and the Floater Clique. I should be the leader of the Floater Clique. I mean, before the Batman villains, it would have been so much more fun to be Shaggy and Scrappy-Doo and Scooby-Doo and Freddy. Yeah, that would have kicked ass to everybody. It really would have. Yeah, look, that's effing Shaggy and Daphne and Scrappy and Scooby and Freddy and Velma. Look. Yeah, you guys blew that one out of proportion a long time ago, okay? You guys got the Mystery Machine van out, okay, to screw Scrappy-Doo over some more. Yeah, you guys blew that story. You guys are supposed to be solving mysteries, not being the villain criminals in the mystery using that van. You guys have just... Oh, you guys fucked up so bad. Look. Ugh. So anyways, again, for 15 years, I've been in this stupid battle against a criminal judge and against a criminal judge and a criminal psychiatrist. Okay, so I'm not stupid. Okay, there are some extremely powerful people in life. So I'm wondering, are my main psychiatrists, is it Carlisle and Esme? Are they my two psychiatrists who have been injecting me with needles that make me fat and sick? And in the meantime, they have found Alice and they're trying to drive her mad. Okay? Again, Carlisle, Esme, I happen to be the boss. Okay? Of the vampires who help mankind, and you guys are supposed to be working with me, not driving me mad and laughing at me. Okay? Yes, it should be Shaggy talking to Scrappy. And I was just a quick thought. It's really, really funny. If you watch those Scooby-Doo cartoons, okay, notice that Scooby-Doo can talk, but not very good. Okay, Fred, he can talk, and even though he's the leader, it's difficult for him to talk sometimes. And Shaggy's the funny one, but he's not bad at talking. Now, Scrappy-Doo is the puppy. Every time he pops up in the cartoon, he has such good English and literature. He speaks so much smarter than the rest of the gang. The little puppy does. Scrappy-Doo, speaks better English than Scooby, Freddy, and Shaggy. Okay, the puppy is the boss. So I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny if you line up Scooby, Freddy, Shaggy, and Scrappy, the puppy. Okay, who's the biggest dog? Okay, it happens to be Scrappy-Doo. That's one of my thousands of psych outs that I have in life. Again, I understand how powerful and smart people are. Okay. But anyways, I'm doing the best I can. I get better every day. I think people are still trying to make me mad and go make mistakes in life that are going to make my life fall apart, and it's not going to happen. Okay, look. You guys all went delusional for 15 years and told everybody that the White Rabbit is a mad rabbit that's lost and runs in circles. And you guys were the ones that were lost and running in circles and being mad. And you made everybody mad. This is the last story that we don't want brought to life. That means the leaders' mistakes made themselves mad. Okay? Rather than accepting harmless punishment, rather than accepting harmless punishment to correct your own mistakes, you decided to make your own companies mad and me mad, okay? Now, your own companies, there is no stopping what your own companies are going to do to you guys, okay? Which is why in that Shinedown song, he says, I created the sound of madness, okay? I wrote the book on pain, and I'm still laughing like hell, okay? Because you guys keep making bad choices, and you're going to have to pay for your bad choices eventually, okay? Look, again, I'm supposed to be the leader of the Floaters, but I'm the leader of the Gothic and the Floaters. I don't know what it means to be the leader of the Gothic people right now. I don't want to be the leader of the Gothic people, but it just happened this way because the leader of the Gothic people shit on his own company and on me. Okay. I will tell you guys this. The leader of the Gothic people, Shaggy, he is Satan. Okay? He really is Satan. Satan is a good angel that is supposed to help everybody. Okay? There is a character in the Bible. His name isn't given away, but it explains who he is, and that he's 1,000 times darker than Satan. Okay? Okay? That's me. Okay? There is a name that just eats Satan and says, "Shut the fuck up, Satan." I get it. Okay? Again, so there's this dark character that comes out and says, "Satan, shut the fuck up. I will always be against initiation." Okay? Yes, I will always be against it. Look, when you come to life, none of us want to have a job, but we all have to get one. And outside of your job, you need to follow rules of your school and your society, and then we all need to give guidance to each other for help, okay? There will never be initiation, okay? At least, not from me, okay? Not from the angel that's 1,000 times darker than Satan, okay? So Shaggy is Satan, and he shit on the what do you want? On the vampire demon angel that can eat him. Okay, yeah, Scrappy Doo. Look, I don't know. Again, I'm still laughing like hell. Look, you guys are gonna have to pay for making your own companies mad at you. Okay, they aren't stupid. Yes, look, I told people, you know, I'm Jasper the vampire that's gonna live thousands and thousands of years. And humans live to be 100. Okay, they aren't stupid at all. Okay, they all have their souls are stronger than a tiger, and bigger than an elephant. And you guys took that for granted. Okay, so you have this huge company of tigers, and then you just made all the tigers mad. And you tried to make all the tigers mad at me, and it's not working, okay? I'm the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, okay? Jasper, okay, look, I stay loyal to my rib bone Alice forever. And, yeah, I know the Bible very, very well, okay? And I'm just getting started with it. And someday I'll make everybody laugh at this book really, really hard, but not right now. I'm still putting my own life together from all the stupid torture I went through. I'm wondering if the psychiatric Gothic people were calling it initiation. Well, there is no initiation in my life, and I'm going to have you all sent to jail. Okay, it's like I put you through this initiation so you can have this respect and honor, okay? I'm going to say that means nothing to me, okay? You're going to go sit in jail for 14 years. Just sit in this jail cell, and when you come out, you're going to understand that your respect and honor, okay, is a piece of toilet paper that's been wiped on my butt, covered in poop. Okay, okay. I never agreed with any initiation. But I have lots of psychiatric and mental help to give all the Gothic people that are into being Gothic and satanic and dark. Okay, I can give you guidance and psychiatry to have more fun and excitement in the Gothic world. Yeah, I'm taking life one day at a time, and I'm putting my own life together. You know, some people say there is no law in life. You know, there's just what happens. And I get the idea, but what law is, what creates a law in society is, it's not even a vote. It's more of, it's a study of what the mind and heart, it's a study of what the average man agrees on is what makes a law happen. And people say there is no law. There is no There is no rule that all minds agree on. Okay. Yes. Yes, there is. Okay. Anyways, but the first law that was written was an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Okay, so like, if you torture an innocent man for no reason, the first law of life is you're to be tortured the exact same way. Look, so what I'm getting at now, I swear, if it was Shaggy and Daphne, if it was Carlisle and Esme are the ones who had me tortured with bipolar Zyprexa needle shots for 15 years, okay? I was injected with thousands of needles and forced to take thousands of pills, Zyprexa pills, that I didn't need, okay? If you guys were behind it, okay, what I'm going to try to have done to you two, okay, so it happened to me for 15 years. I've told people my entire life, half my life is dedicated to being skinny, okay? So I've always been aware of messed up stuff going on in my society. Drugs, violence, okay? Everybody's has their emotions of sadness and being scared. Now, what was keeping my my spirit alive was I enjoyed taking care of my body and my teeth. And even just saying that right now is going to help a lot of people. Enjoy keeping a skinny body and clean teeth. It gives you good mental health. Okay? Focus on keeping your body skinny and your teeth clean. And not only does it help you in life, if you're a boy, girls like it. If you're a girl, boys like it. Yeah, enjoy keeping your body skinny and your teeth clean. Anyways, so for 15 years, I'm getting injected with these needles that make you fat, and I ended up gaining 45 pounds. Okay, and I was really upset about it. Okay, I never needed one injection, but you guys gave me thousands of them and choked these pills down me, and I gained 45 pounds. Okay, now if Carlisle and Esme, okay, if Shaggy and Daphne are behind this, if they're my psychiatrists that are torturing me for no reason, oh yeah, Daphne likes to say I'm the pretty one. Daphne's Harley Quinn. Okay, if Harley Quinn, okay, and the Joker are the ones torturing me, I tell you what I want done to you two, okay, is simply put them both in their own big, nice mental hospital room, okay? Give them a warm, comfortable bed, a nice big couch, a table that has a chair, lots of blank pieces of paper, lots of pencils, okay? And then hold them in that room for 4 years. Inject them with as much bipolar Zyprexa as you possibly can without them dying, and make them take as many Zyprexa bipolar pills without them dying for 4 years. And in that 4 years, give them tons and tons and tons of good food. Okay? So yeah, you guys have pencils, not pens or crayons. Okay, you guys have pencils, blank paper, and in that 4 years, do you guys know what you're going to experience? Okay, because you're not bipolar and you guys are taking Zyprexa, you can't breathe through your nose. Okay, so even though you have a comfy bed, okay, you're not going to sleep. Okay, yeah, you're not going to fall asleep because you can't breathe through your nose. Okay, because you can't breathe. Yeah. And yes, these because you're not bipolar and you have bipolar Zyprexa in your system, it makes you feel a little bit nausea. It makes you feel extremely heavy. Okay, if you weigh 150 pounds, you feel like you weigh 400 pounds. Okay, You can't sleep. It doesn't feel good to eat, but eating food feels better than not eating food. Okay. Yeah, so give them all the good food and beverages that they want for 4 years. Okay, you guys like to laugh at some of my artwork. Well, for 4 years, you guys can just use pencils and blank pieces of paper while you guys are suffering from bipolar, Zyprexa medications. You guys can draw pictures that will make you guys understand what was causing my artwork. And for that 4 years, give them a toothbrush and let them shower every day, but don't give them toothpaste or any soap or shampoo. Okay? Yeah. Again, half of my life was dedicated to staying skinny, and by age 19, I got really into taking care of my teeth. People used to compliment, your teeth look really, really nice, okay? I always had crooked teeth, but I took care of them, and people said my crooked teeth look nice. After 15 years of torture, okay, I got 4 teeth pulled, and I had about 25 cavities, and my teeth got grinded down and rebuilt. So for 4 years, okay, we're going to pump you guys filled with Zyprexa. And because I gained 45 pounds, I want both of you to gain 55 pounds. If we can get you guys to gain 400 pounds, I'm happy with that. But in this book, when you look at the pictures, the Queen of Hearts is a fat ass, okay? Everyone likes to see how cool and sexy Harley Quinn is, okay? Well, if we make her gain 400 pounds, she isn't as cool and sexy as Harley Quinn appears. Yeah, she's more like the pissed off Queen of Hearts. Again, this is the last book that we ever want brought to life. Okay, yes, the Joker is the Cheshire Cat. In this book, it says, the almighty, powerful Joker is just a fat tabby cat, okay? And Harley Quinn, the cool psychiatrist, in this book, she's a fat, irritated queen, okay? That nobody listens to. And I've been dealing with a criminal judge. Do you guys want to know who the criminal judge represents in this book? It's the Dormouse. Okay. Oh, the Dormouse. Now, Mick Jagger. Okay, yes. Look, did you guys know that Jesus Christ, the devil, and Satan are 3 different people? Okay? A judge is always related to a devil. To the devil. If you're dealing with the devil, odds are you're dealing with a court judge. Okay? And Two-Face, yes. Back to Batman. Two-Face is the devil, okay? The Joker is Satan. Again, I don't reveal who I even am, okay? But Two-Face is the devil. Now, but in this book, Two-Face is the little dormouse, okay? Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones wrote a song called Sympathy for the Devil. Okay, yes, for the criminal judge, I have sympathy for the devil. I have sympathy for the judge because he's getting the worst ass beating there is, okay? He's getting every bone broken in his body, okay? Sympathy for the devil for being that fucking retarded and that stupid. Again, I would rather be Carlisle. Yeah, I'd rather be Shaggy and Daphne than Two-Face the Dormouse, okay? You know how people say that judges, you don't want to mess with a judge because they're extremely powerful. That isn't true at all, okay? Look, you guys are getting the words protection mixed with power, okay? Judges are extremely protected, okay? They have a really, really, really good position in life. Who protects them? It's called the police officers. If you're a judge, okay, all police cops in a city, they protect you first, okay? They protect you in court. If something bad happens in the city, they rush and protect the judge, okay? Now listen, if a judge goes criminal, as soon as the cops that are protecting them understand that, okay, sympathy for the devil, my friend, okay, yes, these cops are passionate about putting criminals in jail. So if a judge if a judge treats the police and the people in court as lifeless puppets, they're not lifeless puppets. They're actually tigers that are passionate about putting criminals in jail. So if a judge gets caught as a criminal, sympathy for the devil, my friend. That's why Mick Jagger wrote that song, The Rolling Stones. Yeah, it was called Sympathy for the Devil. It's not because Mick Jagger is the devil. It's because it's virtually saying ha ha for any court judge that gets caught as a criminal, because the police officers will break every bone in his body. Other attorneys, other judges, all of his protection, okay? He will get called to court as a fucking dormouse, okay? Come in, powerful judge, okay? He's going to come in as a dormouse, and everybody else is going to be like, I don't know, giant Vikings, okay? Oh, yeah, okay. Yes, exactly. And, yes, so there's going to be one man who's going to appear as a dormouse, okay? And his protection is a bunch of giant Vikings that just caught him being a criminal, okay? And the dormouse is going to say something like, here, you all need to put yourselves in jail because I'm a powerful judge, and you all can go put yourselves in jail. Okay, yes. And then, yes, that's why you never want to be a criminal as a judge. You never want a power trip as a judge. Being protected is actually better than being powerful. You just don't want to power trip and lose your protection. Again, I'd rather be Shaggy and Daphne than Two-Face turning into the Dormouse. Again, the average human man who lives to be 100 years old, he literally has a soul in him that is stronger than a jungle tiger. Okay, and he has his soul is bigger than an elephant. Okay, and then a judge thinks that he rules all of them and sees them as lifeless puppets. It's kind of like, okay, just stop. You're a dormouse. And why don't you all be tigers and let the criminal judge be a dormouse? Or why don't you all be elephants and he can be a dormouse? Okay, yeah, look, man, judges, I'm an hour and a half deep. I've got 30 minutes left before this is done. Again, the word judge, the human mind, the human mind is very brainwashed by the word judge. It trusts the word judge. It listens to the word judge. It says the word judge is powerful, but it's just a word and a job title. Okay, so it's just how life is. There's different words and how the human mind reacts to it. Everybody reacts to the word judge in a very trustworthy and respectful way. Look, it is a judge. It's kind of like Well, his job isn't any more difficult or complicated than a mechanic or a farmer, but everybody just feels that way about the word judge. But the judge really is protected by all the cops, and it's better to be protected than it is powerful. Okay, so judges do have a good life until they lose all their protection. They have an easy job. Where was I going to go with this for a sec? You can definitely call me a U.S. Supreme Court judge right now. Yes, I know a lot about the judicial system. So it's, I mean, why am I getting into this right now? What am I trying to express? We don't want Alice in Wonderland to come to life, and it has. Leaders that should be working with me are making their own companies mad, and they're going to have to deal with their own company's anger. I think I have expressed my judge concern one time through my Doctor Doom video, which is why I don't feel like doing it again, but I might. Yeah, if I have time, I will. One more damn time. But I was going to say, again, I'm putting my own life together, and you guys have all heard me talk about Jessica Alba, and 20 different people on my phone have pretended to be Jessica Alba. Either that or Jessica Alba is messing with my head really, really hard and trying to make me mad. Okay? I could be wrong, but I could be right. I kind of, Jessica Alba, I noticed at a young age, was a very beautiful girl making very beautiful decisions in life. As a girl and as a celebrity, okay? And I'm wondering if she's sort of acting like Bella right now, the vampire, or if she actually is Bella. Okay, so I said Bella is Catwoman, right? I did say that, because Edward is the Riddler, and Bella is Catwoman. Okay. Again, I am filled with Unreal Game and guidance to help everybody. Again, Jessica Alba could be like Catwoman in real life, or Bella, and she might be trying to make me mad. So I'm not sure I'm putting my own life together. But if Jessica Alba's trying to make me mad, and if Jessica Alba watches this movie, this video, okay, I'll have you know, Jessica, that I'm Jasper, okay, the vampire, the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, and the leader of helping mankind, and Alice is my rib bone that I stay loyal to forever. Hey, Jessica Alba, I kid you not, if you broke as little as one law against me, okay, I promise you, I'm going to get you stuck in jail, okay, for around 6 months, okay? There is nothing that you can tell me to get you out of jail. Do you understand? There isn't anything. There is no excuse or offering that you can give me, okay? I promise you, Jessica Alba, if you broke as little as one law against me, you're going to go sit in jail. Again, this is the last book that everybody wants brought to life, and this is the book that you guys chose to be brought to life. Leaders told everybody that being mad is fun. No. No, it is not. You guys heard me say the oatmeal thing. Okay. Yes, let's all be mad and eat oatmeal. Nothing but plain oatmeal for 12 months because it'll make life more fun. Okay. Stop. Okay. The judge thing. Again, I have so much guidance and knowledge to give everybody, but I'm putting my own life together, and my life should have been put together 15 years ago, or 20 years ago, or 5 years ago, or even a month ago. But Facebook is still screwing me over and being illegal. But let me state the judge thing one more time. So look, people, the mind is very brainwashed by the word judge and very trusted to the word judge. Okay, brainwash meaning they believe judge is very powerful, and trust because judge has to do with, they just trust the word judge, meaning they believe judge is a what would you say? A powerful law person who's doing good for a society. So everybody, they're brainwashed that it's powerful and they trust it because it's a word that you want to trust. Yes. But again, the word judge, it's just a job title like all other jobs, just like saying doctor or mechanic or farmer. And just as if you are a doctor or a mechanic or a farmer, and you have the power of your job, and you have the expectations of your job, and you have the rules of your job, judge is the exact same. It's not different at all. Now, if you're in a courtroom and they say all rise for the Honorable Judge so-and-so, the reason we all rise is because judges are actually under more strict rules than all other jobs, okay? I kid you not. A judge, it's against the law for them to lie in the courtroom when they are a judge. If they intentionally tell even the smallest lie, they have to go sit in jail. Okay? So, all these rules of court have been designed by genius men and women, and that have studied law and psychiatry. Yes, all these rules of court were designed to progress a society and a city. So all these rules, like a judge's job, really isn't hard. It isn't any harder than anybody else's, especially because he has more protection than anybody. Okay? So when a judge gets called to court, we go, look, we just want you to obey your own rules of your job title. Okay? That's all we expect from you. But because everybody is brainwashed by that word judge, and they trust that word judge, it can be easy for a judge to get away with doing crimes in the courtroom. But my mind actually found a way to put a stop to this. And criminal judges are extremely upset with me because this is completely genius. Okay? I say a new court job, this needs to happen right away, and this will dramatically lower the crime rate in America if you guys were to make this happen within like the next month, okay, or within the next year, okay. The new court job is called the court referee, okay. Have a man or a woman dress up in football referee clothes, and his only job is to sit there with a whistle, okay? His only job is to make sure that the judges and the attorneys obey the rules of court and the rules of their own job title, okay? If we brought that in to court, okay, that would put a stop to criminal judges, and that would dramatically lower crime in America for a list of reasons that I'm not going to explain right now. Okay. Again, there's 1,000 other fictional stories that would be fun to bring to life. That would have been fun from the day that I was born, okay? But you guys, everybody in my life turned it into the last fictional book that we want brought to life. Alice in Wonderland. Again, if Shaggy and Daphne are my psychiatrists that had me injected, okay, with bipolar Zyprexa, the first law was an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. So I got tortured for 15 years. I just want you guys tortured with Zyprexa needles for 4 years. Pump them full of food, make them gain at least 55 pounds. If they gain 400, I'm going to give 2 thumbs up. But I don't know the reality of the situation yet. All I know is this story has been brought to life, and I'm the White Rabbit. And my girl is Alice, and if you run into Alice, I suggest not trying to make her mad, because your own company will start to make you mad, okay? Because we all know Jasper means well to mankind, and right now the leaders that are supposed to be working with me, they made mistakes. They went mad, and rather than accepting punishment for their own mistakes, they made their own companies mad. They made themselves even more mad, and they keep trying to make Alice mad, and they keep trying to make me mad too. So now you guys all understand that Alice in Wonderland is a fictional book that we never want brought to life, because it causes things like this video that I just made. So the White Rabbit isn't mad. The White Rabbit isn't lost. Okay. Oh, I know how to end this video. Yes. Yeah, I mean, even on my Facebook right now, there's these pieces of artwork popping up with the Mad Hatter on it a lot. Yeah, the Cheshire Cat and the Mad Hatter like to say a bunch of annoying shit, okay, in the book. And I'm even reading on my Facebook right now, it keeps bringing up the Cheshire Cat and the Mad Hatter. And they are saying some of the most annoying shit that you have ever heard, okay? But yes, they're always trying to piss off Alice, and they're saying they say rude shit about the White Rabbit. But this is a perfect way for me to end the this video. So yes, people who like to play Wonderland, right? And be the Mad Hatter and the Cheshire Cat and act like they're the rulers of Wonderland. Okay, look. Hey Cheshire Cat. Okay. Hey Mad Hatter. Hey Queen of Hearts. hey White Knight, hey Dormouse, do you guys know where Wonderland is? Wonderland is inside the White Rabbit's rabbit hole. And you're all telling everybody that the White Rabbit is nothing but mad and lost. And you're all in my rabbit hole. Okay, I'm the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And yes, the simple concept of life is treat others the way you want to be treated. Okay, so I'm going to put my life together while I watch your own companies treat you the way you treated me and everybody else. All right, how do I end this video? Again, I know everything about this book, and I'm going to make a lot of people laugh about it someday. I'm filled with knowledge and wisdom and excitement and fun. But my Facebook is being illegally blocked. I'm stuck in between a criminal payee and a criminal psychiatrist. So I'm putting my own life together right now. I have a lot of psychiatric help to give everybody because I am now a unlicensed psychiatrist. I know the entire Gothic clique can use guidance and psychiatric help from me, both men and women, boys and girls. I know my own clique is doing okay, but they can definitely use more guidance and psychiatric help from me as well. I just know that the Gothic clique is suffering because that damn mystery machine drove past me when I was Scrappy-Doo. Okay, and Shaggy's the leader of the Gothic people, and he's supposed to be helping me solve mysteries, not being the villain criminal in the mystery, using the Scooby-Doo van. Okay, good fucking God. Okay, again. Damn it. Oh, okay. I've got it. Watch. Yes, I've got about 10 minutes left, and I have to shut this video off. Okay, I get. Check this out. You guys have heard of Satan, right? I kid you not. So, again, I'm trying to keep as much secret as I can. So, when this book got written, I believe the book The Little Rascals got written. As most people have seen that annoying movie called The Little Rascals, where those 10-year-olds have a stupid movie, and I believe the leader is Spanky, and there's another leader, Alfalfa, with his girlfriend Darla, and they're little 10-year-olds, and Alfalfa wants to give Darla a big wet kiss. Okay, I believe that this book was written the same time The Little Rascals was written. So, because if we turned into a situation like this, then we need to put the leaders through what they put us through. So, Satan. Do you guys know who Satan is from the Little Rascals? I kid you guys not. Satan is Alfalfa, the little 10-year-old little rascal. Okay, and Two-Face, the dormouse, is Spanky, the judge. Okay, Spanky. Okay, yeah. Darla. They say that Darla is Alfalfa's girlfriend, but Darla is actually Spanky's girlfriend. But anyways, we all know Alfalfa as the 10-year-old little rascal who knows how to give a who knows how to give a nice long wet kiss. That would be Satan. Okay, yes. So yeah, a good way of looking at Shaggy right now is he's alfalfa. He's Satan, alfalfa, a psychiatric clown that really knows how to lick a woman's butt. Okay. Good job, alfalfa. Yeah. What are you trying to teach everybody? Again, I have so much psychiatric help to give Gothic people. I know that they are passionate about romance. And I know some simple psychiatry that will fix any of their romantic problems in life. You don't want to listen to Satan right now, to Shaggy, okay, to alfalfa. Okay. Yeah, Satan is just a 10-year-old little rascal named Alfalfa. Again, this is the last book that we want brought to life, and you guys managed to do it. This book was written just in case the leaders make mistakes, get mad, and try to make everybody mad. Treat others the way you want to be treated. You guys want to make everybody mad just like yourselves. They're all going to treat you the exact same way. Everything that you just put your own company through and what you put me through, everybody's going to put you through it now. See, we should be living fun, fictional fairy tales or DC comic book stuff or something, but you guys just... you guys couldn't accept your own mistakes and understand that you guys needed punishment for your mistakes. You guys went mad about your mistakes and you wanted everybody to experience your own madness with you. Okay, and now they're going to give your own madness back to you. Okay, so yeah, I wish this video was never made, but I'm trying to put my life together. I know Alice is doing just fine. I know she's doing better than me, but not much better. Maybe I am doing better than her. I'm not sure right now, but we're both doing the best we can. Again, we're here to... what are we here for? We're here to live and enjoy our lives the best we can, and to help mankind the best we can. So we have a lot of guidance and leadership to give. I'm just stuck putting my own life together right now. So I've got a lot of groceries in the fridge. I'm going to go cook myself a good dinner. So I'm the White Rabbit. I am a psychiatric clown. And this is the end of this video.